Hello there, my gorgeous ladies, and welcome back to my channel. Glad that you can join me today. So we are going to focus on the topic of confidence and how to really embrace your true power, tapping into who you truly are so that the confidence comes from within without you even trying hard. Now, we've all been down that path of listening to a ton of videos telling us to fake it till we make it. But how about we feel the confidence within ourselves and then we make ourselves confident over time? So what I want us to really do in this video is to tap into the ways, the practical ways, should I say, in which we can actually embody our true power and therewithin becoming self-confident from within. And this is where I'd like to highlight that confidence is not just what people see on the outside. It's not about the persona. It's not about the big act. Confidence can also be silent. And this is why you need to understand who you are. Be self-aware so that you can cultivate your own kind of confidence and don't try to mirror other people, because when you mirror other people you fall into the fakery of confidence, and it actually speaks volumes to people who are authentic to themselves because they can feel that you're acting as though you're somebody who you're not. And this is why I really want us to understand this, because as ladies here we are trying to cultivate the best lives that we can for ourselves, and it normally starts from knowing who you are, being confident in your stuff, being confident in your strength, and moving with power without any doubt of where you can potentially take yourself because you know your strengths. So number one, I want you to truly embrace who you are. Go into a state of self-acceptance. That means the things that you frown upon, the things that you're proud about, the strengths that you have, the weaknesses that you have. Own every single aspect of that. Because in owning all these things, all it shows is that you know who you are, you know where you can do better, you know where you have been slacking, and you also know where you could go with what you have. And I think the most important thing we don't talk about enough is that we know our true potential, we know our true substance, our true stuff. And once you really know what you're about and not what someone says you're about, then you are back in the driving seat of your life and you're able to control the car and where it goes. Because when you know who you truly are, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it might be, that means that you're somebody who's intuitive with herself. And when you're in tune with yourself, you're then in a better position to make the necessary changes and the necessary transformation to become a more refined version of you. And in this case, we're talking about cultivating true self-confidence. So if you're aware of the good and the bad, then aren't you in a better position to then say, I can pick some from here, I can take away some here, and then I can create a formula that works to my advantage to become the most self-confident individual I have met to date. So when you embrace self-acceptance, it just allows you to be vulnerable, and not only with others, with yourself. It allows you to be honest. It allows you to be in touch with who you are without trying to hide and dust away some of the things about yourself that you don't like. You're facing yourself one-on-one, and then this is where you start to understand the term of I am my own competition. I am in a league of my own, because really and truly this life is about you becoming the more refined and better version of yourself, so that your life experience is not only enhanced, but it becomes better, sweeter, more vibrant as a result of it. So the second thing I want you to consider is, what does success mean to you? Okay? Because part of cultivating confidence is winning at things in life. And it doesn't necessarily mean a big win. Say, for example, you go into the Olympics and you're trying to compete, or you go into certain types of competitive fields, but it's about winning at life, winning at the game of life. And the only way you can win at the game of life is by understanding the rules. And the first rule that you want to understand here is that only you can set the standard of success for yourself, because what you may deem a success, somebody else may deem as a failure, and vice versa. So what does success look like for you? Does it mean that at a certain age you would have liked to be married and have kids and have a home and be a stay-at-home wife? Is that your definition of success? Or is it that you are a career lady and you've loved working in your career and you'd like to see yourself excel in the next 5 years, and as a result of that you want to create a path for you to get to that corner office, or you want to create a pathway if you're an entrepreneur to get to a point where you're making 8 figures or 9 figures in your particular business. What does success look like for you? Does it look like getting healthier, getting fitter? What does it look like for you? Really define it, get down to a T what success means to you, and do not get influenced by other people. Listen to yourself, be in tune with yourself. And this is why it was important to have that self-acceptance in the beginning, because this allows you to know what you can and cannot do as of now, and also where your natural strengths lay versus where they don't. And this again helps you to cultivate the definition of success for yourself. And once you've defined what success looks like for you, then you can set about creating goals, and then now you can start actioning those goals, working on them on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, yearly. And as you continue attaining and stacking up your successes, your self-confidence will be instilled in you without somebody or anybody having to do anything for you or with you, because you are building that internal confidence from within. Remember, when you're setting the rules or the standard for success, make sure they're in alignment with your values, who you inherently are, because the thing that will ground you to the values of the success that you've created. Because if that template that you write for yourself is linked to somebody else, it will not move you, it will not shake you, because it's not resonating with who you are at your core. So make sure you're leaning towards your inner values and also what you inherently value as an individual while writing your standard for success and also your goals. Number 3, in order for you to fully cultivate a sense of self-confidence, a very strong sense of self-confidence, you need to embrace failure and look at failure as an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to experience life, and an opportunity to see things that maybe are not truly aligned with you. When you embrace failure, what you are doing is eliminating a huge part of the pressure that we all place on ourselves when it comes to attaining the life of our dreams. Most of us do not start because of a fear of failure. What if I do this and I fail and people see me and laugh? What if I do this and I fail and I lose money? What if I do this and I fail and they will say that I'm a failure? So most of the reasons as to why we don't do things and we don't start things is because we fear what other people may say, and ultimately we are fearing failure. But when you embrace failure and take it as a learning opportunity, take it as a season in your life where things may not have gone to plan, but at least you gave yourself a chance. Take it as an opportunity to show yourself that you can honor your dreams, you can honor your desires, you can pursue them even when they don't go to plan. Just take failure as part of the process in life and know that it's not final. It's just a chapter that you've had to go through and you've learned through it, and now you can try another way to succeed at life in whichever way that may be. Remember, failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's a stepping stone to growth and potential success. Just embrace the journey and embrace yourself and embrace the process that it will take to get you to where you want to get to. Now, number 4, I want you to always consider prioritizing yourself. Yes, you prioritize yourself. I know you have 20,000 things that you need to be doing, but out of those 20,000 things, can at least one of them be you? Just one? Prioritize yourself. Look after yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. What are you doing to nurture yourself? What are you doing to give yourself that sense of a warm hug when there's nobody else around? What are you doing to pour back into yourself? Really look after yourself. I want you to consider self-care in every meaning and every sense of the word, because you are truly valuable and worth those extra few moments in a day or a week where you feel invested in, okay? Because in looking after yourself, you build your confidence. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good about yourself because you are working out and you're eating well and you're sleeping well, you will be more confident about yourself. You will sit more upright. You will show up more brightly. So self-care is not a thing to ignore. It's something to include in every single aspect of your grand plan of reclaiming your self-confidence. Now, number 5, I'd love for you to cultivate an assertive way of communicating your needs and your wants and your desires. Don't be shy and timid and held back about the things you desire, the things that you love. If you're passionate about something, speak about it. If you're passionate about something being done a certain way, communicate it. Don't be one of those people who's complacent yet complaining. If you find yourself in a situation in life where you are not happy because of the way other people are speaking to you, speak up about it. If you're not happy about the treatment, whether it's at work, whether it's in your friend circles, whether it's with your family, speak up about it. You deserve to be loved and cared for just like everybody else. So as you're pouring into others, as you're speaking up for others, also remember to speak up for yourself. Be assertive. Use correct and direct communication and language to get your message across, because you deserve to be heard. Your voice deserves to be heard. Always communicate your thoughts and your opinions, because it's a form of self-expression. And when you do it often enough, you will have the confidence to speak up for yourself, even while others are shy and don't want to speak up for themselves. Then maybe you would become that person that fights for other people's rights over time, because you see and you know how it feels like to be quiet and timid and to be put to the side. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to shine. So speak up for yourself so that you can reclaim your confidence. Now, number 7, embrace vulnerability. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be heard. And it's okay not to be all right at times. But I would also like to urge you to know the spaces in which you're being vulnerable. It is okay to be vulnerable and to open up and to speak up and to communicate your needs and your wants. But also over time, you will learn the spaces in which you can do this safely and confidently. But the first thing I want you to know here is that in being vulnerable, you allow people to see your authenticity. In being vulnerable, you allow people to see that you are open to learning, to adjusting, to amending certain things about yourself to be better. Sometimes when we are closed off and we hide away and we are isolated, we don't necessarily develop and grow because we don't have other people to shine a light on the parts where we may need to refine ourselves. When you have people who love you and support you, they're able to refine you in a nice and caring and kind manner. So learn the spaces in which you're able to speak up and to assert yourself. And when you're able to speak up and assert yourself, show people who you are. Be vulnerable. You know, sometimes let your hair down. Don't always be uptight. Laugh. Don't be so held back and so reserved that people don't even know who you are. Let people have a glimpse into who you are from time to time, and you will build that confidence because you're showing up as yourself and you're not having a guard up. You don't have a wall up. You're being you. So I want to encourage you to be vulnerable. But of course, I'll speak about this different video, how to be vulnerable and in the environments in which you should be vulnerable, so that you can make sure that whatever information you share with people, you know that it's landing in the right hands that can help you, that can encourage you, and that can also motivate you to be better over time, just as you would do for them as well. So for number 8, I want you to consider loving, lifting each other up as a thing that you do naturally. When you find other women who are doing great things in life, lift them up, love them, encourage them, fill them up with love and messages of hope and motivation, and make sure that it's coming from a genuine place. Because confidence is contagious. As you're lifting people up and you're giving them confidence, you're also lifting yourself up and giving yourself confidence, because you're seeing that I can encourage another woman and it doesn't take away from me. Likewise, she can encourage you and it doesn't take away from her. I'm a huge advocate of all of us can shine in our own different ways. So when you see someone doing something great, a great way to really work your confidence muscle is appreciating someone else's efforts, congratulating somebody else, and letting them know that I see you, I hear you, and I embrace you for what you are doing. And when you're in a position where you don't feel any of those feelings, and you may be coming from a point of not seeing the abundance, step away. Don't impart your negativity on somebody just because you're not feeling whole and abundant in that moment in time. So the most important thing I want to shine here is that if you see someone doing well, congratulate them, appreciate them, applaud them, because I'm very sure that when your time comes about, you will have other supportive and encouraging women around you doing exactly the same thing for you, and it will be given back to you tenfold. Don't just do for others to do for you, but learn how to encourage and love on other people, and it will become second nature to you. And this shows somebody who is confident and owning what she does, is that you can openly praise and encourage others too. Those have been my tips to how you can stop pretending your confidence and truly cultivate your confidence by becoming the woman you want to become. Confidence isn't so much about what's happening on the outside, but really and truly all the inner workings of what's happening on the inside of us, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. It all connects together. And that's why when we see people who are confident, there's a groundedness and a centeredness about them, because they are constantly working on all these different aspects of themselves. And I want to remind you that confidence doesn't happen overnight. And especially when you've had your confidence broken and shattered through experiences that you've had in life, or even the upbringing that you've had, or the conditioning or the environment that you've been surrounded by, it may take a little bit longer, but please do not give up. When you tap into who you truly are and you invest in yourself and you pour into other people while you're still building yourself, you will find that that confidence will come to you naturally, and it will happen so seamlessly that you will not even see it coming, and you will feel so wholesome and so full in who you are that you will not be able to help but pour into other people. The confidence that you have within yourself will be magnified tenfold when you surround yourself with other confident women that you're also cheering on as they are doing the best they can for themselves. And that's what I want this channel to represent. It's for us to be championing each other as we're championing ourselves and grow together, because there's so much that's happening in the world. The least we can do is to nurture ourselves, nurture our minds, and as a community grow together, grow in confidence, grow in love, grow in trust, so that we can grow and develop as a community. So thank you so much for your time. I really and truly hope that one of these tips will resonate with you and that you can take it away, run away with it, and practice it and see how your life turns around in the next few months. And when it does, come back to this video and write in the comment the one thing that resonated, that you took away, that you practiced, and that has worked magically for you. So until next time, my gorgeous ladies, enjoy some of these videos that I have up here, and we will definitely be speaking very soon.